Welcome to the Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy. I want to talk about a beach trade that I do every morning, and I call out different kinds. And the one that I called out Friday was called the Three Black Crows, and it ran right into the Three White Soldiers. It was a perfect execution, and I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Now, the Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy trades on chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. You got to have you don't have to know a lot. You just got to be in the trend of the market, being in the now. So, Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy, a beach trade. A trade keeps the collections away. But this is one of my favorite trades. I have different mini strategies. The first hour and a half of the day is the most important when it comes to volatility, when it comes to volume, and when it comes to participation. Also, that first 15 minutes of the day will describe to you what kind of day we're going to have. And that was the exact kind of day that played out on Friday, and I'm going to show you in a chart. First, I want to talk about the trade. It's called the Three Black Crows and the Three White Soldiers. Now, these are bearish and bullish patterns, and they both can be played in reversals. If you're a day trader and a scalper, they're excellent on the 1 minute time frame, and you can use the 5, you can use the 15, you can use the 30, you can use the hour. I use them in all different time frames. I even look at them in the daily, and I go, wow, I'm ready, because they're very unusual. They don't happen very often. But the three white soldiers and the three black crows are candlestick patterns. They're reversal patterns that predict change in the direction of a trend. Both patterns consist of 3 consecutive candles, which makes less frequent than some other candlestick patterns, which they don't show up as much. It's important to note that both formations are only valid when they appear after a strong uptrend or a downtrend. People want to take profit. That's a lot of reasons for a pullback like such. Right out of the gate, they got a big swing and it's up, another gap, and oh heck, I want to take profits. Boom! Buy the dip because the momentum's still there. The good news is good. Now some could be on bad news, which would make you a little bit less leery. So that's what I mean by talking about being in the now. You got to check out the news, see if anything would cause a short-lived drop, or maybe a 3-day dip, or even longer than that. Could be going bankrupt. Then you turn into a different trade. But yes, the three white soldiers and the three black crows. Three black crows you see in the red, and the three white soldiers you see in the green. Now, I trade off of a TTM trend chart. It helps me recognize trends, and that enables me to play these crows a little bit better. And we're going to go straight. Now, that's the 1 hour time frame, so we're going to go straight to the 5 minute. This is where we recognize the trade Friday. But note, if we pull up the 5-day, we have to kind of look back in time for confirmation once we have such a trend that hit. So we had that triple bottom down here, and then we got this thing way back over here too as support. So we're going to pull up that 5 minute again. 5 minute, 5 day. We had this bottom right here. We had this bottom more or less. We had this here triple bottom going down, back up. Then we had the same kind of pattern right here. Almost identical as what happened the day before, which I really thought was kind of entertaining. We had three black crows right at open. We played this like a charm. We came out of the gate, run it all the way up to the double top. Same thing happened here, but in a smaller projection. We had the hard sell off, and then boom. So we had pre-market. We were building a little expansion flag. This is what I call an expansion flag. I really don't want to lose this, but I'm going to go ahead and draw this in. I really like these kind of patterns. You got your triple bottom down here you could hit. Then you had your resistance lines to get in and out of the trade. But here's your 3 black crows right here, right into the morning. So you had your exit idea, kind of more or less, the double top. So you got a double bottom down here at open, or right before open. It runs up and you establish your expansion pattern. So right at open, she breaks down and she bounces off the 200, bounces up, and I said wait a little bit, and then bam, right about 15 minutes into the market, we had that sell-off, and that hit that bottom of that channel, and then there's your 3 black crows. So we've already established resistance. So you had your exit idea once the crows appeared, and right then, right after the crows, you had your soldiers. So I saw this on the 5-minute, and I jumped into the trade once we started building this 3rd crow, kind of hoping that, it was not a hope. I never hope, but I was kind of thinking we'd start bouncing up and I'd get in early and we get a fast jump back up. Instead, we came on back down and had another candle, and I added on. And then once I did that, boom, boy, she took off, and I was out of this trade with a double top exit. So that's 3 black crows and 3 white soldiers, and that's right out of the gate. Now, you wait for a pattern. And once you see your crow established, look for a confirmation of some sort. So we're going to draw that trend line right there, that 410, and we're going to see where that takes us on this 5-day chart. It takes us to a double bottom, takes us to yesterday's low. So that's a double bottom idea off the 3 black crows. And that's how you take that trade. You got to have a confirmation of some sort to give it some kind of masculinity for it to go ahead and have a breakout back up to the resistance, and then you get out of the trade once it hit that triple top on that expansion pattern, megaphone pattern. Double top, triple top, and then same thing here. This is a pivot point area. And it bounced many times off that. Bounced up, boom, right into close. So that'd have been a trade there. I'd have called that a double bottom. So that's it. 3 black crows, 3 white soldiers. It's a real good trade. I really like it. I love it. In fact, I think it's this over here a little bit, and sums it up. 3 white soldiers and 3 black crows are candlestick patterns that are reversal patterns that predict a change in the direction of the market. Both patterns consist of 3 consecutive candles, which makes it less frequent than some other candlestick patterns, which means you need to check the news. You need to see what the reason for the sell-off is. Is it overbought? Is it simple, just profit taking? It's important to note that these formations are only valid when they appear after a strong uptrend and downtrend. And always need a confirmation. And that's it. That's it for one of the beach trade ideas. And that's the sneaky snake trading strategy. 3 black crows, and the 3 white soldiers. Have a great day.